Alright guys, welcome to your 10th UDK tutorial, and now that we know the basics of brushes, we can go ahead and start putting our skills to use and build a very simple level. So in this tutorial, I'm only probably going to be creating a floor for our player or character to run around on, but throughout these tutorials, I'm going to be creating a full, actually don't know, maybe a house, maybe a map, maybe some kind of building. But anyways, in this tutorial, I just want to get a floor, a foundation built, and we're going to be testing it out. So the very first thing we want to do is we want to change the size and shape of this red builder brush because, well, it's going to be a kind of weird looking floor if it's just a square. So go ahead and right click this red builder brush and we bring up the options. So X is pretty much how wide do you want it, and I'm going to go ahead and change this to 1024. Again, look at your grid and make sure whatever numbers you have are divisible by whatever grid size. So I'm going to make sure all my numbers are divisible by 8. That way it snaps nicely to the grid whenever I'm trying to line things up. So 1024 is divisible by 8. Let's think of a length for it. 1280. Whoa. Heyo. 1280. And for Z is the height of the floor. Now we really could give it something like 2, but we want to add some depth to it. So give it something like 32. And now whenever we hit build, we see the basic shape. So that's a pretty good size, I think. Good enough for now. So now if we go ahead and we want to add mass, go ahead and hit CSG add. And now you can see we have some mass on the floor. Pretty cool, huh? So actually, believe it or not, this is a very basic level. We could play this if we wanted to. So in order to test out your geometry, actually let me do this first. Anytime you're making a map and you want to test it out, go ahead and right click anywhere on the map and hit play from here. And whenever you do, it's going to pretty much throw your character in your map. And first of all, you guys are probably saying this, what the heck, Bucky? How the heck did I make, a radar and a gun and a character with ammo and health? I mean, I thought we just made a floor. I didn't think I was that good yet. Well, by default, before you start making any characters and you just want to test something out, the UDK automatically gives you a test character basically to run around on. So don't think that we created this by accident. We didn't. So with that being said, you're probably going to notice one thing. First of all, if we shoot, we can see that our floor is indeed there, but I mean the lighting doesn't really resemble what we were seeing right here. And the reason behind that is because whenever we're working in the UDK by default, we get unlit mode, and that's pretty much the designer's view. It lights up everything with a consistent light, but it isn't what the gamer would see. The gamer would see this, a lit mode, just like that. So as you can see, whenever we enter lit mode or game mode, everything kind of turns to black. So in order to have the character play the level successfully, we need to add a light to this map. Now I know I'm not going to cover lights in this tutorial, but for now just follow along with me. Go ahead and hold down L on your keyboard and click with your left mouse, and once you do, you get a light on your map. Now go ahead and with your move tool, aka the translation mode, go ahead and pull that light up, and as you can see, it automatically switches to lit mode. Again, lit mode is kind of what the character would see. Unlit mode is what the designer sees. It just makes it easier to work with. But go ahead and switch to lit mode, and as you can see, this is what the character would see. So now the character has a nice light. However, if we go ahead and hit right click, play from here, check it out. We're getting a bunch of error messages that say lighting needs to be rebuilt and paths need to be rebuilt, and it didn't light up our level. The reason behind that is because just like anytime you make an update, you need to update geometry, aka build geometry. Anytime you add new lights, you need to build all. So go ahead and hit build all, and as you can see, a bunch of little boxes are going to pop open and our lights are going to start to build. It's basically going to put our level together for us, and we have a bunch of these errors right now, but don't worry about those right now. And now that everything is built, our light, our geometry, go ahead and right click it and hit play from here. And now check it out. How awesome is that? By the way, for the Unreal Tournament, if you never played the game, how you move around is the WASD, just like that. How you can turn is with your mouse, and how you can shoot is either clicking the left button or the right mouse button. So check it out. We have an awesome, amazing level. We can go ahead and, shoot the ground. I guess that might be kind of fun. Or if we hold the right mouse button, we can go ahead and build a spaceship. Pretty cool, huh? So with that being said, that's all I'm going to cover in this tutorial. Again, the couple things I want to mention is in order to change the shape for your brush, go ahead and right click it and you can choose the shape. Choose something big enough where we can work with later on. If you want to copy my numbers, they're 1024, 1280, and 32. In order to add a light, go ahead and hold L on your keyboard and hit left click with the mouse. Again, I know I didn't cover lights in this tutorial, but I just want to give us the light so we can test out our map. And aside from that, make sure you hit build all, and that's this little button up here, and that's going to put everything together for you. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and save my map. Go ahead and press file, save as, and I actually want to make a new folder. So new folder, and I'm just going to name this like YouTube, and then go ahead and save it as like DM. Gotta think of a good name. This is obviously really stressful for me, so I'll just name mine Bucky's map. And by the way, this DM, make sure whatever you save your map is, make sure it's DM minus, because this means deathmatch mode, and that's what gives you your character and your radar, and it allows you to test out the map a whole lot easier than if you didn't have it. So go ahead and save it. Make sure before your map name you have the prefix DM, and that's going to give you that character and gun. So for now, that's all I want to cover in this tutorial. Hopefully, you have also created a very simple floor, and now that you have, we're ready to move on to the next tutorial. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.